15,000.
Keep going.
20,000.
Keep going.
What?
You guys know I love classic games. You guys know I love a restoration, but I also love it when things are discovered and sold for ridiculous amounts of money. Flash, did you see the story in the run sheet about the NES games? Did you get a chance to look at that yet?
I saw it, but I didn't click on it. I'm guessing.
Okay, good.
I also didn't click on it because I want to play The Price is Right.
Okay.
Old stuff sells. Like Action Comics #1 sold an 8.5 graded, sold for $6 million, $8 million.
Well, listen, this is crazy. Okay, so there was a bunch of sealed Nintendo Entertainment System games, NES games, that sold on eBay over the weekend, and it is crazy. Now, these are sealed games in the wrapping, ready to go. I'm going to give you guys the list of the games. Actually, Blabs, I'm going to name these games, and you tell me if you've ever heard of any of these games. Okay. First game is Kid Icarus. Have you ever heard of Kid Icarus before, Blabs?
Nope.
Okay. That's a damn shame.
I have.
Have you ever heard of thank you, Flash. Have you ever heard of I never heard of this one before, but this is a TurboGrafx 16 game, The Legend of Hiro Tanma. You ever heard of that game? Probably not. If I haven't, you probably haven't.
I don't think
Time.
I've heard of that game.
Yeah.
Murder Time?
Burger Time, I know.
Burger Time. This is an all-time classic.
No, sounds fun though. I want a burger now. Cheeseburger.
Burger. You've never heard of Burger Time, Blabs?
No, unless you go
Man,
like,
Burger
Time. Let me go eat my hamburger.
Burger Time is an all-time arcade classic. Okay. Another game, Trojan. Kind of a fringe game, but it's very near and dear to me. I've talked about that game many, many times. Trojan. Trojan. You ever heard of that game, Blabs?
Not a game, no.
Flash. You ever heard of Trojan before?
No.
Okay. Trojan was like a side-scrolling brawler. And the reason why I know about that game in particular was back in the day, you trade games with people, and I traded Metroid for Trojan. And the idea was you're going to swap it back after a week, and I never got Metroid back. So
you're stuck with Trojan.
So I got stuck with Trojan. Yeah, it was an arcade port. Anyway, so these games were sold over the weekend. Oh, two other games, Blabs. Castlevania.
Aha.
Blabs knows that.
And Castlevania 2.
That one.
Yes. All right. So let's start here. We're gonna start low to high. Okay, we're gonna go low to high here.
I would love to have one of these just to open it and have that. Remember that smell from these games, and you open up that new game smell from these old Nintendo games.
I do. Now, with that said, I don't think you'd be willing to sacrifice that smell for the price that you'd make. For paying this.
No, not for $90,000.
So yes, the first game, Castlevania 2, sold, Blabs. This is the lowest price. This is the lowest that it's sold. All these are at least in the thousands, Blabs.
Okay.
So fire away. Castlevania 2 sold for, and chat, this game for you as well.
You're saying?
Yes, thousands.
2,000.
Close. It sold for $2,125. Sealed
wow, for one
That's
game.
Kind of a steal compared to the others.
Trojan, Blabs. More than Castlevania 2. Fire away. $6,988.
Hang on a second. Was this all one person selling all these games? Or was it just multiple vendors? Because if this is one person selling them all individually, whoa.
Yes, I think this is one person.
Damn.
Burger Time, Blabs. A sealed version of Burger Time from 1987, sealed in box, Blabs, worth more than Trojan.
10 grand.
$11,377, Blabs. Kid Icarus, Blabs, worth more than Burger Time. How much?
13,975.
Keep going.
15,000.
Keep going.
20,000?
Keep going.
What? No. 25 grand?
Keep going, Blabs.
Oh, shit, 30 grand.
Keep going, Blabs.
No, you're shitting me, man. This is a video game.
Keep going.
40 grand?
Keep going, Blabs.
50.
Keep going, Blabs.
60 grand?
Keep going, Blabs.
70 grand?
Keep going,
No
Blabs.
fucking way. 90 grand?
A sealed copy of Kid Icarus from 1987 in mint condition after 106 bids sold for $81,988.36. Right there.
That's crazy.
That person's going on vacation.
Absolutely insanity. But hold,
Wow.
we're not done yet, Blabs, as there's still one more game that is sold. The original Castlevania, Blabs, a game very near and dear to you. The original Castlevania sold for more than that, Blabs. How much do you think Castlevania?
125 grand.
Now, don't be ridiculous. Only $90,100, Blabs.
Wow. How many
90
bids? 130 bids?
That's it. It's crazy.
I would have loved to see the bidding at the last 10 seconds. How wild that would have been.
Well, if 130 bids, 130 bids right there. So I'm sure there's people literally right now going into their video game collection and looking for games in box, complete in box.
Wow.
So it's crazy. Nostalgia's a powerful thing, man.
Wow.
Murakami says, "Whoa, wow! You think it'd break 100K? No, I wouldn't think it would break like 10K. Like that's ridiculous." I remember going back and hearing the rarest of games was the one of the rarest games is the Nintendo World Championship card from back in the day, 1990.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember,
yeah,
you've seen it. There was a gold cart and a gray cart, and I remember seeing those sell for $15,000 and being like, "That's ridiculous." And to see these sell, complete in box, mint condition, Jesus Louise, this is ridiculous. For $90,000, holy moly! Get out your games, kids. All of a sudden, you just got rich. So.
Damn, makes me wish I had played NES games back in the day or something.
Yes, you would be shocked at how much these games are worth. All right, holy moly.
That is a lot. Like, seriously, though, think about like the bidding for that at the very last few seconds. Some person must have done a threshold, right? So just keep going and going and going. But all these other people are just going to be bidding the last 10 seconds.
I'd be kind of afraid of counterfeit copies of this kind of stuff, to be honest.
That's
true. A lot of those counterfeit games look pretty real. I mean, how can you?
You can always get them verified, possibly, right? Like authenticated. I'm sure somebody has that process or company.
You bring a grading company that does what is it, Wall or something that does it. They got screwed. Well, they got lazy and actually verified and graded a bunch of reproductions for games.
Maybe eBay does that too, because eBay has a new guarantee certificate company themselves. I've done that a couple times when I buy like Harry Potter autograph cards or whatever. They actually guarantee it. So maybe they're doing it also. So maybe they have a specialist there.
Elite Neo says, okay, makes me wonder how much my still shrink wrap copy of Chrono Trigger on the Super Nintendo would go for. Well, let me tell you, friend, according to pricecharting.com, if you have a complete version of Chrono Trigger, it would go for $722. But
nice.
Yours is sealed, so it would go for $2,000. If you get it graded, it could go for up to $8,500.
It would depend on the condition.
That's sweet.
Yes.
And is it a banged up box? Because just because it's shrink wrapped, if the box is banged up, people are going to want it to be mint.
Right. Well, good for you, Elite Neo. That's good for you, buddy. That's spectacular.
How the hell do you have a copy of that? Like, it's such a good game. I would want to play it.
Well, you can play it in many other ways now. You don't have to necessarily play the actual cartridge.
That's true, but it just seems like a shame. It's just
just sitting there earning value, just like gold or your stocks.
I love that game.
Lena says it's in his safe. There you go. There you go.
Nice.
It's literally money in there, which is great.
Get yourself a fireproof safe, boys.